Hello everybody, this is JMasalsky, and well, I decided to restore my recording sessions because even though I think I was quite embarrassing, I decided that, well, let's give it a shot. It's free time and it's actually kind of fun anyways. So, unfortunately my previous character, I kind of decided to roll with him, and he's like, yeah, level 75, game is basically finished. So let's start a new game. This time we'll play as a female instead of a male. I just, for some reason, prefer playing as female characters. It's somewhat more interesting than... Well, not more interesting, but if I am going to stare at someone's butt for 10 hours, it better be a female, right? Same thing with, like, Mass Effect or whatever. Sometimes, well, for my first playthrough, I always take a male, and then I usually take females. I don't know why. This is... It just is my habit. Whatever. So let's name our girl or whatever. Let's name her Kira, and we are going to make her a... Oh god, do you see the bald head? This is actually quite terrifying. She is going to be a something that is quite easy. So let's say she's going to be a cleric. Or better, not a cleric, but a wanderer. Wanderer is a very good class in my opinion. The best gift is always the master key. There's actually no discussion about that. I prefer that physical is... Basically it comes down to preference. I prefer very slim, it just looks better in my opinion. There I usually take Astora Reality, and well, there are different hairstyles and oh, you can choose many things. I don't know, I'm going to go with this one, why not? You can always customize your face, but that takes a lot of time, and it doesn't really change much. Right now I'm creating similar face, so she's going to be... oh, yeah, that's better. So we have this girl, and we are going to start the game. I hope you'll enjoy the first cutscene, it's quite long anyways.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. wind's mighty bullets peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
We go back again. We are in the undead asylum. This is a prison where the undead are locked up and locked up. So there's not much to it. They are just here because they are. Well, being undead is like being a zombie, but in a somewhat different way. Because every time you die, you are reborn, and you can become human once again using humanity, consuming with consuming it. But if you die again as a human, you will become undead once again. This game is by far my favorite game of all time. It's just so epic and so hard that, well, we just have to see. Also, there's a little surprise. You, well, can kill this guy, but it's actually incredibly hard, and I am not going to try it. Also, I just noticed I haven't set up my DSPX properly, so I have barely 25, maybe 30 frames per second. You won't see the difference because for the, as is on the YouTube, I am uploading it only in I'm uploading the video only in 30 frames per second because XSplit has 60 frames per second locked anyways, at least for me. so there's no difference in that, but it kind of hurts the gameplay for me. However, it's not that big of a difference, as I completed the game at least 3 times with just the 30 frames per second, and then I got the XSplit. It also makes it just makes everything better because you have higher frame rate, higher resolution. This is the guy who dropped the corpse with a key for us, and he got slammed through the ceiling by the demon, who was also on the ceiling there. Like, the demon smacked him with a hammer and he got smacked in there. So we can talk to him.
Oh, you're no Hollow.
Hollow is basically zombie.
I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
So he is asking for a little favor. He just wants us to listen to him. He gives us probably one of the most important items in the whole game. Well, we can just kill him, but it's better to actually listen to him. It's just nice to listen to somebody.
I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: "Thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the undead asylum, maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know." Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
I just got a conclusion that I may have done something really stupid. Well, yeah, you may hear me right now much better. Sorry if I screwed up the audio. So as I said, the Dark Souls is my favorite game, and we are the Hollow in the undead land of the Ancient Lords, which is Lord Ran. Quite ironic name, to be honest. These are our first actual enemies who attack you and try to smack you in the face. As you can see, they are quite fast and damaging, even though they are like the simplest and the most bullshit enemies. Also, surprisingly, a good amount of people quits the game by this point because they just don't understand how they are supposed to not spam away at everything and not win. If you have played Darksiders, you just know that most of the things you do is the thing you do the most is attacking, and well, there's no block. And Dark Souls has a block. You can roll away from the attacks, you can parry them, or you can stun the enemies to stop attacking. There are many tactics, and this is actually just the bare minimum to win. So, as you may expect, behind this fog gate, this white light, is the big green guy who we met on the start. He's an asylum demon, our first boss. He's quite easy. This is by far one of the easiest bosses. However, he is another thing that many people can quit the game on. I'm not sure if my skills may not show how difficult this game is, because I probably will make this game look easy. Why? Because I have finished it about 15 times. It really makes sense for me to be really good at it. However, if somebody of you who is watching me right now might not have such a simple time going through the whole game, or even through the tutorial we just got through. So there is going to be one more cutscene. You may expect that this game is really cutscene heavy, but no. You probably have seen already like half of the existing cutscenes. So most of the videos is going to be gameplay and not cutscenes. So don't worry, you will have many more chances to listen to my wonderful voice without any problems, without any thing. Okay, so there's the cutscene.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
So we are at the Firelink Shrine. This is probably one of the most important locations in the game. And this is a kind of a joke in Lordran level up and kill the bonfires. Because this one advice makes you go through the whole game. And at the end you probably won't understand anything unless you watched Vatividia's videos on the game. So I think we are going to make a spear playthrough using the spiked spear. I am going to take it from the graveyard that is to the left of me, somewhere around here. It's this way, to the graveyard. In Firelink Shrine there is a handful of really useful items that can help new players get into the game.
Well,
And there is a new NPC.
You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually two bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
So there is one common thing with all the NPCs in the whole game. They have this creepy laugh. Like seriously, basically every NPC will laugh this way. Well, of course not with the voice of this actor, but you know what I mean. Well, I hope you do. I leveled up my strength because you need some strength to use the spear I am going to pick up, and this is the place where many players go, even though they are not supposed to. You are not supposed to actually go in here, because the enemies at the graveyard are quite hard, and you don't have the tools required to actually take them out. Like these skeletons can wreck your ass really hard if you are not careful enough. So here is the spear. Yes, it's a winged spear and it causes bleeding. It's pretty good because it's basically a straight upgrade of the base spear you can get from merchant somewhere else. There's also quite a handful of items. Mostly it's small souls. I'm not sure if I managed to tell that, but souls, yes, souls, as in the title of the game, are the currency. You don't pay with gold or whatever, you pay with souls. And every enemy drops souls. And it's actually quite interesting, because every time you die you lose all your souls. You can retrieve them back by picking your previous body up at the place you died last time. But if you die again, your body placement resets and you lose all the souls you had previously permanently. So we got the shield, which is a Caduceus round shield, which is basically our worst shield, and we got a winged spear, but we cannot use it, well, not yet, because we don't have enough dexterity. We have to get one more point of dexterity. To get to that point, we have to have 758 souls, and if I am not mistaken, we can get to that because this is 400 souls, and this is 200 souls. So by killing one enemy around this area, these are surprisingly much easier enemies. However, they still manage to stop many players from playing the game in the end, which is quite sad, but you can't really do much about it. So now we have enough souls to level up, and we can use the winged spear, which is going to be our main weapon for this playthrough. There are many ways to get through the game, and I am going to play with spear. Also, there are a few types of rolls, because before I had a fast roll, now I have a mid roll, which means that my equipment weight is too heavy and I have to take off few of my items. In this case I will take off my hood and my gloves, and so my roll is fast and I am faster too. This weapon is quite damaging for the first locations, and it's quite good. It can be hard to... well, not really, it's really easy. There's not much to it because it's just pushing the pointy stick into your enemy's face. This enemy is quite annoying, and I remember him killing me multiple times first time I was going through the game. We are heading right now to the Undead Borg, but I am not sure if I am going to make it, because not because I am going to die, but because I have to end this video as it's getting longer and longer. It's already 27 minutes, and even though we are doing really well, I haven't died a single time, whilst many people who have tried this game will die, well, let's say 20 or 30 times just in the tutorial area, because it just feels hard the first time, especially if you are playing on keyboard and mouse. I'm playing on a Xbox 360 controller despite playing on PC. Xbox 360 controller is just a superior controller to almost every other controller you can use. Maybe expect the Xbox One and Xbox One Elite, however I'm not sure, I haven't used them, not yet at least. Playing Dark Souls is actually just playing with keyboard and mouse is just making the game harder for yourself. And here is quite an epic scene, because there comes a big motherfucking dragon, and he is not even a boss. What do you know? Here is the first place our skeleton key, or the master key, or whatever you want to call it, may come in handy, because we can unlock this door for free, and behind this door lies a shield that is superior to our current one. There are not many cases of superiority in items, because usually items are pretty similar and they just are different in movement and different attacks, but the damage output is usually quite similar. And there is another bonfire. I don't know if I said that, but bonfires replenish our health and give us all our Estus flask back. However, base bonfire gives you 5 Estus flasks. You can also lit the bonfires to get more flasks. 5 is first, then is 10, 15 and 20. However, you can't lit the bonfires up to 20 right off the back. You need to get the right of kindling. I am going to get back at the rest of the interesting things in the game later. And right now I am going to end this video, and I hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, like, and whatever you like to do with this video, because you can. And thanks for watching. This was JMasalsky, actual Dark Souls playthrough, part 1. Thanks for watching, and see ya folks next time.